his longtime buddy, B.Mack.
Yeah. Start videotaping.
Thanks for keeping it brief, Mike. I thought I was supposed to be the funny one, and you were going to pull the emotional heartstrings, so now I'm going to rework this whole deal. But yeah, for those of you that don't know me, first off, you've really been missing out. So coming over tonight. But what can you say about Pat that you haven't read in the Daily Record over the last year? I've known Pat since the first grade, right? You know you were in the first grade. We went to grade school together, went to high school together, went to college together, spent summers together, basketball camps, all kinds of stuff. Been my best friend forever, so 35 plus years. And I can't spend more than 24 hours with him without getting completely sick of him. So the fact that this day is happening and this saint is sitting right next to him, you've either made a very, very good decision or a very, very bad one. I think it's the first. So I love you, and you have a gentleman of a guy by your side. So I'll tell a quick story that I think you can applaud. That's fine. So I'll tell a quick story that I think really sums up Pat. It was a couple of years ago. I was back in Carroll. I haven't lived in Carroll for 25 years now, but I grew up there with Pat. Graduated high school together. Who's here is from Carroll? Rule number one of a good speech: get the crowd on your side. So Pat calls me up and says, "Hey, I know you're back for Christmas. You want to meet down at the bar for a beer?" Big shocker. Pat wants to meet down there, I know, but we go down to the bar and just catching up on things. So as we're sitting there, you know, I have a beer. Pat has 7, and we got people from 21 years old to 80 years old walking into the bar. We're sitting there, we're talking back and forth, and you know, a cold day. Again, Pat hasn't lived there in 20 years either. People coming in, "Hey, PJ, what's happening? Hey, Pat, what's happening? Hank, haven't seen you forever. Pat, what's happening? Henkenius." And after every one of these people come in, I'm like, "Hey, man, who's that?" He's like, "Oh, that was Tom. You know Tom. You used to play ball with him. Remember he had a left-hand hook shot. He beat us that game in 1986, the Rex there, and he was on the team." No, I don't remember that. They killed a lot more brain cells without calling them out. And then the next person would come in and be like, you know, "Oh, who's that, man?" And you're like, "Oh, that's Sarah. You know, remember Mary Beth used to babysit for Sarah? You know, she used to work up at the subway in Cedar Falls. And one time we were No, I don't remember that." Every single person that comes in there knows who he is and is calling him out. And at that moment, I got taken back a little bit because I realized Pat was more popular than I was. Haunts me to this day. But why is that? Because he has just a magnetic personality that you want to be around. How many people at 43 years old are going to have 300 people at a wedding from across the United States coming here or something like this? And this would be it. This would be a room of 3,000, except for Pat would be very concerned about how quickly he gets to the bar. So he's trying
Very true.
He just got a personality that you just want to be around. And there's not a person alive, if the chips are down, if I ever needed anything, this would be the first guy I would call, and he would do anything for me at the drop of a dime. And he would do the same thing for every single person here in this room. And that's very, very, very bad. So gentleman guy, Pat is not interested in material things, minus the fact he always needs a full bottle of Captain Morgan. But I think that sums up Pat in a nutshell. You're not going to find a better guy alive than Pat Henkenius. No. So, there is one thing that Pat is better at than anybody on the planet Earth.
Here we go.
Is it teaching? I don't know. I haven't been one of the students. He hasn't won the Golden Apple firm. He hasn't won that yet. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. Is he the best coach? I don't know. I've never been one of his players. I'm sure he's a good coach, but has he won the NCAA championship? I can't crown him as the best coach ever yet. Is he the best dresser? Is he going to show up in GQ magazine with an Under Armour polo shirt and some 1986 D's on? Probably not. But there is one thing he is better at than anybody on the planet Earth, and that is tapping a keg of beer. To see him do that right now here for the first time in his career. See that? The honors are yours, buddy. Just like riding a bike. Bingo. Mr. and Mrs. Henkenius.
He nailed it. He nailed it.
Nailed it.
Oh my God, that was good.
Best commentator ever.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good job, Brad.
Good work, Whack.
Whack. Woo!
Give it up to Diesel over here. What a clown. All right, I had something planned out, but every time somebody says something about something, for whatever reason I'm crying or reaching for